started doing that and then thinking.
Hello everyone to this week's video session called Back to Basics. So we're going to simplify everything as much as we can, and that's why we're going to take it back to basics, just in case someone on here is not understanding what we're pointing you to.
I like that because I'm really simple.
I know, it is. What's that say about me? Anyway, yeah, so we're taking it back to basics, and what it is what we're pointing at is everything is you pushed out, like everything, good, bad, indifferent. If you're seeing it and experiencing it, it's coming from you, and that what you're looking for isn't on the outside. So if you're searching to hear something from us, from a book, from anything, the better place to look is within you. So you might say, oh, well, let's turn her off now. So, no, don't do that. But we're pointing you towards you. So whatever you hear or don't hear from us, it's coming from you. So if you're saying, oh, I love listening to these two, they're brilliant.
Oh, I hate them too.
It's coming from you.
I don't know why I'm watching them.
Yeah, it's coming from you, from your own perception of us or anyone else, or the books that you think are brilliant and fantastic, or someone you've seen is a genius. That's coming from you. So that's where we're pointing you to, is everything starts with you. So for me, it's being aware of what I'm thinking, feeling, but not only that, for what my beliefs and assumptions are about life. Because once you see how life works, then you're going to be able to live a more happier, peaceful life. Because when you do have a wobble and something doesn't look very good, you know what to do, and it's not blame anyone else, it's taking it back to you.
Yeah, and as well, I have to say it before I forget, I was aware that I thought, but I wasn't aware of what I was thinking. So we all know that we think, but does anyone really listen to what they're thinking about? Because I bet you most all the day people aren't aware of what they're thinking about, because I wasn't. I knew I had thoughts, but I never listened to actually what the thoughts were. And what we're trying to say is that what you think about constantly in your head all day long is what you're going to see outside. Because if you're in a really, really bad mood, and that's become because you've been thinking about things that have put you into a bad mood, you've got into a state, doesn't matter what the world around you is like. Everyone could be laughing and joking at a party, but because you're in that mood, because you've listened to the thoughts, you've not listened to the thoughts, you've just constantly thought about them, and you're not aware of what you're thinking, and then you go to that party, and it doesn't matter how much fun they're having, unless you change the way you think, you'll stay in that mood of being pissed off. So they can all be having fun, but you won't, because you're in that mood. Oh, I can't stand these people.
But really, you can't stand your thoughts you've been thinking.
Yeah, you put yourself into that state, and when you put yourself into a state like that, then you get the thoughts
that correspond with that state.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like watching a horror film. You're going to get the feelings of horror because it's a horror film. If you watch a comedy, you're going to get joyful, happy feelings because it's a comedy.
Yeah.
The same with your thoughts. If they're horrific and depressive, do you think you're going to lead a happy life? Well, you're not. So it's not meaning, oh, let's push these horrible thoughts out. Oh my God, I'm having horrible thoughts. It's not about doing that. It's knowing you aren't the thoughts. It's being aware of what kind of thoughts there is and guiding yourself to other thoughts, because all thoughts are available to you. So it's not about fighting or pushing anything out. It's just knowing you are not the thoughts. You can choose other thoughts. Like, well, I'm not feeling so great. I'm going to stick a happy film on, or football. Well, probably not the football this week. We won't go there. But whatever makes you feel happy. Sorry. He's a Man United supporter.
They won last night.
Well, they didn't win against Liverpool, but never mind. So you put whatever makes you happy. So it's different for everybody. But the thing we're pointing you to is you are not your thoughts, you're not your emotions, and you're not your beliefs and assumptions. Those are experiences. Those are all things you feel, but that isn't who you really are. So we're getting back to basics. Well, who are you really? So you're a spiritual person before that, having a human experience. And that consists of having thoughts, having feelings, emotions, having beliefs and assumptions and experiences. That's it. And it's not to say one experience is better than another. It's trying to take your judgment out of it, really, isn't it? To say, well, I'm having this experience and I know where this is coming from. I've gone on a little thought train of horribleness, whatever that is, and now I'm experiencing those thoughts as reality, but they're not who I am. And once you start doing that and being consistent with that and remembering every time, well, I know I'm not this,
See, the thing,
and taking it back to who you are, which is the peace and love within you.
the thing is like, if you say that to someone, say if you said that to me, when there's been times in my life when like things aren't going well and I've been really, really upset about stuff. And then...
Sorry.
And then... then if someone sells that to me then, you say, no, this is real, because you can tell that to you blue in the face to me.
Yeah,
but if
if
I'm experiencing everything,
upset.
Yeah, I'm upset. I'll say it's real. But then what I've seen is that when I've looked back on when the times I was like that, it was my thing. I was constantly thinking about that first. So it's all right saying to someone, "Oh, this isn't real." Because when you're in that state, it is real.
Definitely feels real.
It is real.
Yeah.
But it's knowing that
it isn't.
That you can get out of that state by being aware of what you're thinking. And as soon as you put your attention, when you put your awareness on different thoughts, lighter, happier thoughts, you will automatically feel lighter and happier. But that's not to say that you can go back. And it's being aware that what you put your attention on expands. Even proved that by science, that where energy flows, it grows, doesn't it? So what you're putting your thoughts on in that state attract more thoughts like that. So it's like when people say, oh, so you plant a nice seed in your head, so let's say like good thoughts, and you let them grow, and then you don't keep going and digging them up to see if they grow. But people say, oh, so I think nice and nice and nice, then but where's all this niceness coming from? But you have to remember that when you're thinking negative thoughts of sadness or worry or stress, or it's the exact opposite. But you don't go to them and dig them up. You don't go, oh, are they growing? Because you just keep having more of them thoughts, and then you suddenly think, why is my life so miserable? Why am I unhappy? But you're not digging them thoughts up and not expecting, well, where are they?
No.
But you do it with the good ones. You think about the nice ones and you think, well, where is it now? Oh, and then you grow it, you pick it up and, oh, it's not grown yet. But you do it with the negative constantly. And you don't keep looking where the negative is, but you don't have to, because
your attention makes them grow.
Yeah, and you get the evidence for it. So if I constantly thought horrible thoughts, and then things horrible would show up for me, I'd say, look, told you. That's the evidence. But it's giving the nice thoughts a chance without saying...
Keep looking. Is this happiness growing? Is this happiness growing?
Yeah, because you don't have to look for the negative to grow, do you?
No.
You just assume.
Assume, yeah.
That, and you get what you assume, so...
You leave it alone, well, you put your attention on it, which is like the feeding of it.
Yeah.
And then it grows.
Yeah.
Because what you have your attention on grows. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's not fighting against it, and it's not, if you put your attention on positive thoughts, it's not seeing, well, let's look at my life now. Whole week I've been positive thinking, look at my life. Oh, it's not changed. Why not? See, it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, but then you've not been thinking
No,
positive, because you're still, if you're looking for something to change, then you're saying that it hasn't changed.
And that's why after a week you'll look back and you won't see a difference. So it's not that either, but it's knowing that, and trusting. It's trusting this inner you, the inner higher you, and everyone's got different labels for it, and it is trusting that, because that's the first place to look, is within peace. Let everything else go, all your troubles, all your problems, forget them, and just look for the peace within you. Now some people say, oh, that's sticking your head in the sand, but it's totally not. It's totally letting, like if you had a snow globe and you just put it down, it's letting all the snow settle, and then you have a clearer mind, you have a peaceful mind, and from that clarity you will have a brilliant thought, or you'll see it doesn't look as bad as you thought it was, because you've got clarity. And it is that simple of just thinking, I'm just putting it all, I'm just letting it all go. Even if you can do it for a minute, 5 minutes, half an hour, doesn't matter how long, but just some time, and then keep doing that.
But also, it's being aware of what you're thinking. And like you said last time, is that belief beneficial? Well,
Yeah.
is that thought beneficial?
Yeah.
So if you, first of all, be aware of what you're thinking, and then if it's something that's not really nice, is that a thought beneficial for me?
Yeah.
Because if I give that power and think about that, I'll get another thought that'll match that and match it. And before you know it, you
Yeah.
you say, you're rolling down the hill like a...
So it's just to drop it, which dropping means just take your attention away from it. Don't fight it, because that's giving it more attention.
Yeah.
Take your attention away from it, and trust that the wisdom, the love, this power that's within us, that no one can really describe what it is, but everyone knows it's within. Every single cell has this intelligence within it, and it knows what to do. It breathes us. I'm talking now. I couldn't even explain how words come out my mouth, but they do. So it's that intelligence that's within you we're pointing to, and it's that light. And no matter, this light can get covered up, but it will still find a way to shine out. It always does. So that's our nature. So it's trusting the nature of what we are, and we do it with awareness of what we're thinking, what thoughts and assumptions we've believed for a long time, and if they're not beneficial, to stop feeding them with your attention. And it's that simple, and practice of it will make it easier.
But like anything, once you become aware of something, it becomes into your world. So if you become aware that you do think, and then become aware of what you're thinking, then you can see, you know what, I don't have to think like that. I don't have to put my attention there. I can think of something nicer. I can drop that thought, because I'm not my thoughts, I'm before my thoughts.
Yeah.
They're just thoughts. I don't have to go that line, because I don't know it's true. Because what we do is we trick ourselves that, oh, this is going to happen. And then because we think of it so often and often and often, and then we get the experience of it happening, because that's the way life works. It has to show up that way, because we want evidence. So we get the evidence, because whatever you believe to be true, you'll have to see it, otherwise you won't believe it. See, what you believe is true for you,
would it be true for you?
Yeah, but you wouldn't believe, if it wasn't true for you, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a belief,
Yeah.
would it?
No.
So it doesn't matter what it is. If you believe that you're it, then you have to have the evidence for that. But you can, once you change the belief and say, you know, I'm not that anymore, suddenly, as soon as you see something different about yourself, suddenly you're not that person anymore,
Yeah.
because that belief's changed. Oh no, I'm not that person now.
Yeah.
But then you get the evidence.
So you
for
go
what?
into that state, and it's going to what is it you want in your life to look like. It's going to that end, it's going to that vision, and feeling from that. So it's like, well, I want a happy, peaceful life. So don't go outside and try and make it from there. It doesn't mean don't do anything. It means go within and feel what that would feel like. What would it feel like for your life to run smoothly? What would it feel like for you to have less stress and more peace? What does more peace feel like within you? Because it's different from within anyone. So I'm not going to describe what peace will feel like, because for me and for you, it's a different peace. So for you, it's different as well. So what does peaceful life feel like to you?
You being quiet.
Shut up. So it's putting your attention on what it is and going to that end, not how will it happen, when will it happen, because that's doubting it. It's just going within and feeling what that would feel like and just do that more, and nature finds a way for it to show up. And that is as simple as it is, really. It's that simple. What did you say?
That's good. Yeah.
And like blend, just like Mark, just that simple.
Yeah.
Okay, till next week. Bye.
Bye.